Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Gigi on track. Happy Wednesday. They call it hump day. In the middle of the week, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Amen. This is a beautiful day. This is a day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. I was on the news this morning that this was walking month. Okay, I've been walking, been celebrating it then for many years now, but I just enjoy these morning walks. Amen, amen, amen. And I always recommend this. Let's move. Walking is so beneficial, especially when the weather is nice. It's breathing that air and taking that vitamin D, that sun. Amen. That comes from the sun. Well, oh, I've got a gym nugget for you this morning. Gym nugget. And again, this is inspired from the experience that we had at the International Leadership Summit with Bishop T.D. Jakes. My gym nugget for today um, is keep serving while you are weeping. Keep serving while you're weeping. You know, Psalm 30:5 says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Like Deidre Hatton says, here comes the joy. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And when we go through our down times of, sadness and weeping and loss, and, sometimes it's just hard to keep moving and keep pushing. But there was an experience that Pastor and I'm so glad that we were there to experience it firsthand. This young man named Joel Tudor, a member of the Potter's House, a servant of the Potter's House. He attended Jake's Divinity School, and he was working on his doctorate in ministry. And there was two things that was significant. The first thing is that during his studies, unfortunately, they lost their son to suicide. Now that was enough to discourage one, but as Bishop Drake shared, he kept on going. He did his dissertation. He defended his dissertation, and he took all of the classes and just pushed forward, and he completed all the requirements. The second thing was that this past week was the graduation for all of the graduates of Jake's Divinity School. And so they had that, just like many graduates graduated from college this weekend. And while I'm at it, I want to congratulate all of the graduates that have been graduating this past weekend and so forth. We congratulate you. Job well done. But Mr. Tudor, his heart to serve the ministry. And I remember him from last year when we attended the International Leadership Summit in Charlotte. He did the pre-shows before him and his wife. They did the pre-shows before the actual sessions each day. And he felt that it was important to serve and to work in the ministry during this ILS summit here in Orlando. So he was doing his thing. So Saturday morning, which is the closing session of the summit, he came on stage. They had did the pre-show. He came on stage and he introducing Bishop Jakes for this closing session. But the surprise was on him. Bishop Jakes came out in his graduation robe and gown and stole, and then the other instructors and administrators came out. They had his Mr. Tudor's stole and everything, and they robed him, and they and gave him his degree. And Bishop Jake shared the experience, and he is now Dr. Joel Tudor. It was so moving. And the thing that we were crying, we had our tissues, everything. But the thing that struck me, that despite everything that he had gone through, the death, loss of a child, and even forsaken marching to serve, it just touched. And that's something that we can take a lesson from. Sometimes we just have to keep on going despite everything, because the word even says, if you're going to be the greatest, you have to be a servant. You have to be a follower of Jesus Christ. And I'm still thinking about that. I'm about to cry now thinking about it. It was such a moving experience. Yes, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Keep serving, keep pushing, keep working, because joy does come in the morning. And if you missed Church School Live, the lesson was jumping for joy. You can tune in even now on the Gem Nugget channel. Amen, amen, amen. Because as we always said, a hand up is better than a hand out. Because when you just get a hand out, it's just temporary. But when you get a hand up, it covers everything. All right now, but don't forget, even at your lowest times, keep serving, keep working, keep moving forward. The thought just came to my mind because I just had a similar experience when I was getting ready to get my bachelor's degree. One thing that God had promised my father, because I was adopted and my father was much older, but one thing God kept his promise to him. He asked the Lord, he said, let me see my baby. Let me live long enough for my baby to receive her piece of paper. That's what they called it, or my diploma, my degree. I received my bachelor's degree. And before, I was getting ready to graduate, my dad became very ill. He had to end up in a nursing home where he did pass away. But I graduated May of 1981, and Mom was able to come to my graduation. But Daddy was in the nursing home, and by that time he couldn't even speak. But I'm told that anytime my name was mentioned, the nurses said he would just smile and everything. So when I graduated May of 1981, first thing I did when I got home from Richmond is I went over to the nursing home. He had to see my degree. He had to see that piece of paper. And it was like, that's all he wanted to see. The Lord had kept his promise. He couldn't even speak, but I received that degree May of 1981, and God took him home August of 1981. But I know that God will keep his promise. You got to keep on serving. You got to keep on working. You got to keep on believing, even through your darkest hours. Because you know what? Joy will come in the morning. Oh, y'all be blessed. Bye.